Hello, everybody. Welcome back to your Sacred Soul Journey. I am Sheila. Today is day 4 of the Mindset Manifestation Challenge. And you are here, I believe, and I'm really glad you're here. But you are here because you are ready to redesign your life by redirecting your thoughts. So today I want to talk to you about rewriting your story. Now, we all have a backstory, we all have history, we've all come through things. And while we can never change the past, we have the power to change our perspective on what we've been through. And, turn our pain into fuel that propels us forward in our lives. Because as you think about yourself, what you believe about yourself, that's what you become. And if you're believing the negative lies, you're not going to experience the life that you're here to live. So, what I'm going to ask you to do today is to simply write a story about yourself. It's the new story about yourself. Now, you're going to need to put aside the things that are distracting you. So you need to have some time to do this assignment, preferably in solitude, no distractions, your phone is off. You're not worried about anything. Maybe you will do some meditation, a time of meditation before you do this. Or maybe you'll opt for a long walk in nature or, a hot bath. Whatever works for you to make yourself feel relaxed, to let go of all the cares of this world and get in touch with your soul. And once you get to that place where you feel a sense of peace, you don't feel rushed or pressured, but you're ready to listen to what your soul has to tell you, I want you to ask yourself, what is it that I believe about myself that's holding me back? Now, and so you ask yourself that question. And then you're just going to be still and you're going to listen to whatever bubbles up from inside of you and then just get ready to write. And don't think about what you're writing. Just let it pour out and let your hand do the work on the page. Now, when I did this exercise a number of years ago, I remember asking my soul, what is it that I'm believing about myself that's holding me back? And this thing that came up really surprised me because it was, you are bad and you need to be punished. And I remember it shocked me because I'm like, I know we've all done things that maybe are not the best, but am I really bad at my core? So I sat with myself and I just allowed my soul to speak to me. And what happened, and I did do a time of, I did some meditation, and then I asked myself the question and sat there and listened. And what came to mind was a memory of something I had forgotten. I was about 3 years old. And my dad was taking care of me this afternoon. It must have been a Sunday, because that was the only day he wasn't drinking. Nobody else was home. And I could see my little girl self in the little dress with the little frilly socks, sitting in front of the TV on this navy blue rug in the living room. I must have been thirsty. My dad brought me a glass of juice. And in my family growing up, my mom and my dad loved the Concord grape juice, that really dark purple juice. So he brings me a glass filled of this dark purple juice. I take a sip. My little 3-year-old hands place the cup on the rug and it spills. I was 3 years old, and I remember my dad yanking me up by the arm and cracking my thigh, spanking my thigh. And as I was sitting there in the present day thinking about this, I remember seeing that red hand on my little girl thigh. And he said to me, "You are so bad. Look at this mess you've made." And that was where the core belief that I was holding about myself, that I was bad and deserved punishment, that's where it first got in. So then I had to go back, and like hold that little girl in my arms and tell her, "You were not bad. You were 3 years old. You were a little clumsy kid. You made a mistake. It was no big deal. The adult in your life gave you a glass instead of a sippy cup. You got spanked for no reason. You're a good girl. You're wonderful. You're perfect." So that was where that belief got in. So you may want to ask your soul, like, where did this stuff get in? Where did it first take root in my soul, in my psyche? So write it out and then write the new belief. I am perfect in all my messy imperfections. And all of the mistakes I've made in my life have given me wisdom that has allowed me to go forward and make better choices. This is how you begin to rewrite your story. Then you take your new story, and you'll have to go through whatever comes up in your soul. Maybe there's one major belief or two. Maybe there's 20. Take them one at a time and take your time with it. Be gentle and kind to yourself. Write it out and then write the new belief, the good belief, that positive, that positively affirming belief of who you truly are. And then take that news story, and every night, that's going to be your bedtime story for the next 21 days. Read it to yourself at bedtime and whisper sweet nothings to yourself, and then get a good night's sleep. And the next day you'll do it again. And the next day, I hope you'll come back here again for the next part in this series. I want you to remember that you are amazing, you are wonderful, you are beautiful, and you are so worth it. If you have any questions about these little teachings, please drop me a comment. Please like this video. If it's resonating with you, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. Turn on your notifications and come back tomorrow. Okay, that's all I have for tonight. So have a good night, peace, and I will see you soon.